It seems like there might be a difference between high bowel constipation and low bowel constipation. And I'm feeling the high bowel constipation squatting with these sticks. The low bowel, there's different types of constipations. I mean, it's a long intestinal tract, so there's a lot of area in the tube that is going to be all kinked, and it's all kinks everywhere. A lot of kinks that backup can occur at. The difference between me camping in the campground and just outside of the campground is that I can well, let's just say that similarities that I can stay here during the daytime, but on the campground at night I could just stay, whereas here I'm scrambling to find somewhere to park overnight. Not here. So I'm coming to the realization, I know why my knee pain is here to stay. It happened when I was kneeling for a long period of time in a library. There was no chair, because during COVID they removed the chairs at this library, but they still had desks you could use. So I chose to kneel at a desk on a hard floor for a very long time, switching between the knees but still kneeling. And at the end, after a few hours, the knees hurt. My right knee recovered, but my left knee just didn't. It got painful to step up on higher ledges, and it just continues to stay in pain all the time. I mean, when I'm trying to step up on higher things, it's weakened my muscles and limited my movement. It's been very frustrating. This is what, over a year now. I don't think there's anything I can do. It's like how the kneecap is working with the joints, the upper joints, not the lower one. So I've seen some videos, diagrams and stuff, and it looks like the kneecap glides over the upper portion of the joint. I think there's a tear there that's just not gonna fix. It's not gonna be fixed. So I may have some kind of a runner's knee, but it happened from kneeling. I got more of a kneeler's knee. Anyone guilty of vandalism or theft of property will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I'm sure there's city prosecutors on board with that. Surveillance camera. Looks like they're talking about the ring. Ring's kind of new, but they've boarded up the bathrooms, so these signs are kind of old. They've boarded up these bathrooms and just use porta potty now, so there's no need to protect as much. Well, I kind of like this little park. It's a little chilly. Just put on another coat. The electricity works. I got the porta potty. It's quiet. So I think I'm gonna move my car over to this spot and use this shelter plug-in. So the park has a boundary, and they just mark it by a sign. They don't want people walking back here, and they don't bother putting up any fencing. It's just maybe it's not that busy. Maybe that's usually a good sign that it's not that busy. When they don't even bother with the sign, I mean they don't bother with a fence. It's really a strong sign of activity if they don't bother with a sign even. Randolph County during the war between the states. At the beginning of the war between the states in the spring of 1861, the people of Randolph County, with but a few individuals' exceptions, were in favor of proposed Confederacy and did all in their power to help establish it. Units of Confederate companies of soldiers were commanded respectively by John MacArthur and all the other people there. Camp Shaver, located south of town, was named in honor of Colonel Shaver, commander of the 7th and 38th Arkansas Infantry. About 1,200 men served from this county during the war for a long time. Early in the war period, General William Hardee had his headquarters at Pocahontas, while he organized an army of about 10,000, consisting of Hindman Legion, a battery, and several Arkansas regiments, all of whom were camped at different points along the Black River. And I'm next to the Black River. Irish-born General Cleburne was part of Hindman's command. Pittman's Ferry was a large staging area for Hardee's Confederate Army before the Confederates crossed the Mississippi and took part in the Battle of Shiloh. Pocahontas was vital, having a military hospital, supply depot, and main military. They have no problem laying their lights down on the ground, lining the sidewalk. They can't raise them up on anything. That takes too much work, right? I've never seen people lay down lights, and they don't even seem to be staked. They're just kind of laid down. That's it. So that's I don't know about it. It looks weird. So having just read that sign and seeing that he had to eat canned sardines without any crackers or bread, I've been noticing around here, and it's sad that they didn't learn the nature better. These are probably young guys who are just only focused on the war. But look, just right here alone, that's chives. You could have picked chives to have with your canned sardine. Now this is chives that thrives on mowed grass, and these guys probably dealt with much less mowed grass. Because look at this, chives just blooms. Well, it doesn't bloom. Chives is very easy to find on mowed grass, but I have seen it in deep woods too, west of here. I think in like Kansas or something. Could have had your canned sardines in the 1860s with chives around here. So the stakes aren't very long for these, because these two have fallen. About the Whoville. I actually picked these up because they were laying forward instead. Right, reading all that Civil War timeline in the park in Pocahontas. And I come over here to have a look. You can see a little bit of roofing along the creek. Roofing in the trees. Look at that, wrapped around. And it's this, it comes from this building over here, which I think is clearly abandoned. I kind of want to check it out. I could cross those pipes. I'll think about it here. I have never seen this solution before to prevent people from walking on the pipe. They've put this triangle thing. I've never seen that. They never did that in Washington for their pipes. I walked over some pipes. They made that too dangerous to cross now. Look at all these panels in the trees. Okay, is it cypress that have the ability to make these nodules. I'm starting to see them northeast Arkansas, these nodules that I saw in Louisiana. It's the first time I've seen the nodules where I can actually walk around them without them being in any deep water. All right, the pollution is bad here. You can see the direction of the wind. It's hitting the face of my car. But from there must be a road that has just got a ton of cars, and I smell the pollution here. There's no way I want to hang out here in this pollution. Looks like this piece made it all the way over here, wrapped around something, then fell off. Had these screws holding it together, but the wind was too strong. And it's, you know, you can see the shed over there. Along with the center, this would, I think, fit on the apex. So on this rock, they've created, a long time ago, created some kind of pillars, but that's all I can make of, that's all I can see of what happened here. Pillars. How tall were they? What were they used for? No idea. This looks like a traffic cone, but it's metal. All right, they got all these locks, and they actually encourage it. I mean, I've seen gates or fences with locks on them, but I've never seen a sign encouraging it. Symbolize their love. All right, so I'm at the Black River, and they're saying that the pillars that still stand out there on the other side of my car were a train bridge. Did it fall naturally? Did they tear it down? The vines and brambles were so matted and interwoven together that our progress is not only retarded, but attended with great fatigue. Yeah, I'm seeing those brambles. I'm definitely seeing them as I get into the forest around these parts. It's hard to believe that there's actual cane. I have not seen any cane around here. But I must be in just the wrong spots right now. How exciting, a quilt trail somewhere. Never really heard of a quilt trail. Williston. So they're going to talk about some individual from 1813, administrator of something in 1815. Oh, there's a museum, and it's open. I was going to go in the courthouse. Look at that, right on the front they say free admission. What a deal. Pretty rare for them to do that. Hi, can I help you? What's up?
Do you mind signing the guest book?
Sort of. What is the guest book about?
Welcome to the museum.
What's the guest book about?
They help us get grants and.
Oh yeah, when's your next grant coming up?
I have no idea.
Well, okay, when was your last grant approved?
You would have to ask Rodney.
Is he the curator?
Yes. He's our boss. We're all volunteers here.
Okay. Well, was he here today?
No, he might be later.
Are they coming in later? Okay.
We're all volunteers. Monday's my day. Did you need something?
Yeah, I do. I need to learn the history of this place.
Okay. You can start on the wall right here reading and it goes right around. He's a history teacher, so.
Okay, the curator is a history teacher?
Yes, at WDC.
What's,
Passed out newspapers. We enjoyed your party, thank you. You got the perfect place house for it. I need some copies last week. Put the money on your desk. I didn't know what to do with the money. Oh, okay, thanks. I wasn't sure, so I put it there.
Whoa. Got a whole room to itself. This is pretty neat. Oh, that window moves too much. So there's a whole upstairs. That's pretty cool. So I'm on the second story. Oh, okay. I thought this window was broken. Oof, that's a mess. It's all that black stuff just leaves. Yeah, it's kind of surprising that the library has a whole second story empty like this. This is pretty neat. Oh, that window moves too much. So there's a whole upstairs. That's pretty cool. The downtown. They do have a Walmart here on the outskirts.